Hello students, welcome back to assignment 6.4. This time round we will continue looking at linear inequalities but in a context, right? So real life example or word problems. So here we have a situation where there's a minibus can take a maximum capacity of 28 primary school students. By setting up an inequality, find the minimum number of minibuses that's needed to take 194 students. So there are 194 students. So what we know is that the total number of students, the maximum capacity will be 28 students times the number of buses, right? So we're going to begin by letting the number of bus be x. After that, we set out our equation and then we solve it. This is the procedure. Now take note that the question did not define x for us. When they did not do that and it's a word problem, please define ourselves, right? So you do that, and then after that, of course, we cannot have 13 over 14 buses. Buses are integers, right? So the next minimum number integer after 6 and 13 over 4 is actually 14, is actually 7. So that's the number of buses that we require at least, right? We can have more, of course. Right. In this case, a school excursion, right, requires that every 20 students, there's one accompanying teacher. So there's an excursion where there's 155 students going for excursion. Form an inequality in x. So we're going to begin by declaring that the x be the number of teachers. So it has to be greater than the total number of students divided by 20, right? So groups of 20. And we end up with this number 7 and 3/4. Again, the number of teachers should be an integer. You cannot have 3/4 teachers. It doesn't make sense. So minimum number of teachers in this case is 8. Well, next example, we have the concert ticket, $50 each. Total price, x for x ticket, we need to find. So $50 times x number of ticket, 50x, right? So Harry has $200. So he to spend on the tickets. That means the maximum amount of money he actually have is actually spend is 200. Of course, he can spend $0, right? So 50x will be in between these two values, which means that x is going to be between 0 and 4. Again, concert tickets should be integer, so these are the possible number of tickets he can buy. Finally, the last example, the mass of a book is 0.5 kg. So total mass will be 0.5 times x kg. And then we are told that it is the mass is actually more than 11, so that translates to more than 11. That means x is more than 22. Now since it's strictly more than 22, it never says more than or equals to 11 kg, right? So it's strictly more than. Minimum number of books is one more than that, it is 23. All right, is that the last example? It is. I hope you have been successful. Have a nice day.